This is the TSG Multimedia Podcast for May of 2023. We're sponsored this month by the TSG Train Crew on Patreon. Thank you very much. I'm your host, John Abaticola, and you're watching and listening to the longest-running train-related podcast known to mankind, going strong since January of 2010. April was quite busy with a trip to Colorado that included the Royal Gorge Route Railroad, as well as the Rocky Mountain Train Show, a weekend in Sonora for the West Side Reunion and Sierra Seminar, and a few days in Sacramento for the Pacific Coast region of the NMRA's annual convention, and more. Before we get started with all that, I want to wish our good friend Goofy Gary a happy birthday. Gary turned 150 years old this past Thursday, so happy birthday, Gary. Now let's get to it.
Apparently we're doing something today. You can probably hear the noise in the background. We're at the airport, and this is the departure for Denver. It's actually not April 1st yet, but the Rocky Mountain Train Show happens on April 1st and April 2nd, and we're traveling to Denver to cover that event. And by the time you see this, it's like a month ago. And if you missed that live coverage, you should definitely check it out. It's the first time we've ever covered a live show like that. Anyway, here we go. Hi, we made it to Colorado. I'm in the Colorado Model Railroad Museum now, and I'm on Bernard Helland's spinny thing that he uses to scan people. That's the guy from Mini Prints, who's also a train crew member. Thanks a lot, man.
You're welcome.
We were on a podcast last year, and you mentioned how there's going to be a Garden Railroad here.
And now we have the dirt.
Right?
Right. So this will be a Garden Railroad. The yellow spots on the wall are actually bridges across. There'll be a mountain here, be higher. And all their staging is inside the warehouse. So it keeps it nice at night. And then this is going to be steam Colorado Railroads. So it'll be exciting. Cool. And then fencing will come out and go around. And then we're going to have a little children's play layout over here. And then we'll have picnic tables in the middle, and I know it doesn't look great right now, but it will. And the whole area will be fenced, so you can go back in the back and rail fan, and we're gonna have cameras out there for virtual watching, and it's gonna be a great outdoor space.
One of the cool things is it's seeing progress, because this wasn't like this last time we were here.
No.
So
and we have some tables, and we got some block, and we got piles of everything.
Right. I also saw some progress in the front.
And
where
the brick is in, and all of the pads are in for the bronze statues, and the benches are ready to go. The benches are actually in the warehouse, so we just got to get them out. And so as soon as it gets a little more springy, all the statues come out, everything. We plant a tree and bushes, and it's going to be beautiful. So lots going on here.
It's only about 7 local time, which means it's 6 for me, but I did have some coffee, so that helps. And we're going to go do something fun today. This is a Chasing Trains. We have a Chasing Trains crew in the back. I can't tell from, I'm not seeing well. Is that Jen back there?
Yep.
Oh, no, that's good for light.
Do you like the light? Okay.
Then we have the top secret train chaser. And then we have our driver today.
Hello.
And we're going
Again, I'm driving. This is scary.
Right. So we'll have some fun getting lost or some other traffic issue of some sort.
Lost.
Yeah.
It's possible.
We're going to pick up Dr. Minnie.
We are.
So we have a full crew today.
We do. It'll be fun. Dr. Minnie's, maybe he'll bring his shrinker again and we could take the train home with us.
Oh, that could be good.
We could shrink it.
Yeah. That could be really good. So, whoa.
Oh, box. Whoa, sorry.
We're already having some adventures in the car. We're doing something train related today. Michelle brought us out to the Royal Gorge Bridge Park, which has this bridge. It's a big suspension bridge over the Royal Gorge. It's way up. You'll see it's a ridiculous, very scary drop down into the gorge. And then after this, we're going to go ride the Royal Gorge train, which is the railroad tracks that go under this bridge. So it's pretty cool. I'm told they did this on purpose.
Change my ways moment.
You can see the train through there.
So as you
Yes,
notice,
you can.
not every bridge plank is anchored. And the reason for that is that we are a suspension bridge.
Therefore, the bridge
Now you
moves,
tell me.
And so the planks have to have some movement. So there is some shifting as the bridge is moving. So you will come across large gaps as you're walking.
John, did she just say the word shifting?
Yes.
Yes, shifting.
Shifting, that's what I thought she said.
Yeah.
Not.
So, no. We don't want to know what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I think I just shifted my pants.
I don't know what I'm doing right now. But it's interesting that all the planks on here, they can move because they need to with the wind and the so you'll get big gaps like that.
So this is where
and
people
you can
shift.
drive. She was just saying you can't get enough cars on this bridge to outweigh the strength of it.
Let's
They
not
do
try.
like cars driving across.
So in an extreme emergency or something, they might send an emergency vehicle across.
Oh yeah, we can drive across.
Yeah.
Yes, our security drive across. Our staff can drive their carts across. And we do car clubs.
Right.
And we'll have car clubs come drive out with all the different cars.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So of course there's a sign here that explains what all this is. But one thing I found interesting is that they have a sign, and all along the bridge they have the state flags. And the sign says, take a picture of yourself in front of your state flag and then hashtag it, which I thought was a really smart marketing idea. It'll get people to know that this is here, because they'll get a bunch of social media posts. Good job. The other cool thing is that the walls and other structures are made out of rose quartz. I guess because that's a very plentiful type of rock around here. And I just wanted to say, yes, it's a locomotive, but there's a train here. Are we having fun yet?
We are.
Oh, yeah.
Here, move over. Get in there.
yeah.
There we go. Now you got to get.
Oh, I gotta get
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
there
gotta
you go.
stay in it. Yeah.
Oh, you doing video or you doing a photo?
this video.
Oh, well, then we can talk and move.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
It could be
I
anything.
was talking.
Okay, everyone say cheese. I watch American Pickers.
All right, so as we're doing this train stuff today, we're out here at the Royal Gorge Railroad, and we've bumped into Nick Valdez that Michelle knows. He's the operations superintendent here. And Nick, tell people about the Royal Gorge.
Well, the Royal Gorge Route Railroad is a scenic train ride located down here in Canyon City, Colorado. Just a quick shot off I-25 in Pueblo. Come on out. We got wonderful train rides, lots of scenery, and good food to eat here at the Royal Gorge.
Yeah. What's the website?
Go to royalgorgeroute.com for all the information on events, train rides, and tickets.
And I also learned that Nick also has a YouTube channel. So you can go check out his YouTube channel. Tell the viewers about that.
That's right. If you're a train nerd just like us, head on over to YouTube.
Hold on, I'm not a train nerd. I'm a professional.
Oh, professional. If you're a professional train nerd like us, go to YouTube, look up Nick Valdez, check out some videos, hit that subscription button if you'd like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the Royal Gorge Route.
All right, so we're just wrapping up here at the Royal Gorge Route, or route, depending where you're from, railroad. And we had a great tour of their shop and yard in here, which I'm thinking probably most people don't get to see that stuff. And it was really cool. Met that guy, Nick, that you saw here a minute ago. And we went around the yard, and Nick talked about a whole bunch of the equipment and talked about the railroad, and look for a video all about this railroad sometime soon, because it's all the footage is taken now. And thanks, Michelle. I didn't even know I was going to make a video here like that. I thought it was just going to be some B-roll of the train, and we got all kinds of A-roll too. She's looking at me funny in the rear view mirror.
I was looking at my eye.
Oh,
But that's okay. You can
I thought she was winking at me or something.
No, I was looking at my eyes. I was looking at my eyeball. Sorry.
All right, so we're doing something related today. We're going to go to the place where the Rocky Mountain Train Show is being held and get stuff set up there. And so that'll be fun. I might do a quick little live stream from there today. If I do, that will have been about a month ago by the time you see this, but it's just all in preparation for the big show this weekend. So, should be good. All right, so we've just finished setting up at the Rocky Mountain Train Show, and it's time to head back to Greeley, where we're gonna do some dinner thing at the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. Every time there's a Rocky Mountain Train Show, Michelle has a little shindig here at the museum for a bunch of the vendors and other friends that come from out of town and that kind of thing. So that's what all these people are doing here. They're getting ready for that. And some of those guests have already arrived too. Anyway, so that's what we'll be doing here for a little while anyway. All right, so we're just wrapping up here at the Rocky Mountain Train Show. I had a 8-hour stream live all day. It was a lot of fun, saw a lot of fun people, met some new friends. And if you missed it, go to the live stream, look for Rocky Mountain Train Show Day 1. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. All right, so it's the next day. And we're getting ready for the train show again today. I'm a little tired. And, good time though yesterday. I realized I didn't do an intro for yesterday of what we were doing, so I figured I better not forget this time. Anyway, we'll probably do an update from the show. Now we're just arriving here at the Western Complex. It's the name of the place where the show is. Yeah, we're gonna set up real fast. Today's vendor day for me. Or should I say, manufacturer day. And here's the entourage. Queen Pin and the coil. Yeah. That's an inside joke for another day. Alrighty then. So we just finished wrapping up here at the Rocky Mountain Train Show. Just getting stuff put away. Just signed off the stream. And I'm really looking forward to sitting down at a 45-minute to an hour long ride back to Greeley. Signing off. Over and out. Hi, we did something train related today. Came down to the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. I didn't know this, but I learned today that they actually have a little shindig here after the shows. So the last day of the Rocky Mountain Train Show was yesterday, and today's the shindig. Well, I mean, I'm calling it a shindig. It's not really a shindig. It's basically Michelle opens the museum for people who are leaving town so they can see it. So we're expecting to see some people that we met at the show here today and hang out and just kind of have a relaxing, fun time. Hi there, we made it back to San Jose, and this is one of those things that we've been looking forward to all year. And it's hard to believe, you know, you have things that you're waiting for to happen, and it always seems like it's, oh, that's another couple months down the road, that's another couple months. Well, it's over now. The Rocky Mountain Train Show was one of those things that I've been looking forward to for a long time, and now it's over. So the next big thing seems like it's a couple weeks away, and it is, but before you know it, it'll be right upon us. So anyway, it was a very productive trip though, and I'm very glad that we were able to make it out there. And there's going to be a great show from the Royal Gorge Route Railroad that I'm going to put together here in the next few days. Looking forward to that. Great place. So that's it. Over and out.
On April 19th, we went live with last month's episode of Talking Trains. Michelle shared her experience on the Rocky Mountaineer. Then we had an open Q&A session. It's worth catching on the replay if you missed that one.
Hi, we're doing something today. We're heading up to Sonora for what I call the Sierra Seminar weekend, and that consists of two things. One is the West Side Reunion, which usually happens on Saturday, that's today. And then the Sierra Seminar is usually on Sunday, tomorrow, and that's how it is this week. So we're going to go have some fun, see some old friends, and hopefully make some new ones. We'll see you up there.
This is probably the last one they did.
All right, so this is the next morning. I didn't do a sign-off yesterday because I figured I'd tell you how things went this morning. West Side Reunion is a really cool event. And despite the fact that they had about maybe half the space that they normally have at the venue, everything fit, and it seemed like there were a lot of great presentations. They still had a contest room, so people got to win some prizes for their great modeling. And it seemed like everybody had a great time. So today, we have the Sierra Seminar, which should be more of the same. It's run just a little bit, like slightly different, but generally about, the same kind of thing where you have presentations and people share their modeling, and should be good.
So we've put her on the back burner and bringing the three back to life. We
Going
hope
through the cut. This is where the photographer is standing is just about where the Highway 108 bridge over Woods Creek is.
Locomotive number 3 in 2010, and during that time we developed a relationship with Ultimate Restorations.
So this is one of those examples of you never know who you'll run into, but I knew I was going to run into Steve. This is Steve Redeker. He has the Hetch-Hetchy in black and white layout that we showed on the channel here a while back, but Steve came here, I think, for the first time last year.
Yes.
To the West Side Reunion and to the Sierra Seminar. And you brought, I think, different projects or different presentations for each. So what did you bring this year?
Well, this year I brought a presentation on a peach growers railroad up near Yosemite National Park. Now, what in the world are peach growers doing up in the High Sierra? They had a sawmill and a logging railroad so that they could make lumber for peach boxes. And so I did a research on that, and this is the result of it. I found pictures of the sawmill and all sorts of things, all about the peach growers. There's very little written about it. Hard to find things. But I did manage to find a few things. So I put them all into a paper, as it were, right here. And this is online, so you can get it for free. And also going along with it is an addendum with another 100 pages of information about the peach grower. Everything that you never wanted to know about this little unknown railroad and logging operation.
This is how you know when someone has been afflicted with this sickness. Because when we were in school, we had to do a 10-page paper, and we waited and procrastinated and put it off until the last minute. You didn't do that?
I did.
Oh, see? Well, he did all this 180 pages of research all on his own. So I don't know what that really means, but please proceed.
It means I'm a little bit crazy. Anyway, I did bring some other things today, too. One is I modeled a Hetch-Hetchy, and I brought a little diorama of one of the stations on the Hetch-Hetchy railroad. And this is of the station that was down at the dam site in Yosemite National Park at the Hetch-Hetchy Dam. So it's just a little diorama of the Hetch Hetchy station at dam site. But the other thing I brought, which I thought was even more interesting, is this. Hetch Hetchy Railroad started on the Sierra Railroad at milepost 26 and at a place called Hetch Hetchy Junction. So this is then and now pictures of Hetch Hetchy Junction, 1928 and last year, 1937 and last year. So I went up there with permission of the landowners, don't go there without permission, to take these pictures today that replicate as close as I could get to the pictures from almost 100 years ago. And it's kind of fun to compare the set of pictures. And that's the other thing I brought.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right, so we're just doing a little wrap up here. The Sierra seminar today was another great event with a lot of excellent presentations, some good models on display, lots of just things to enjoy and learn. And that's really what this is all about. They're preserving history and putting on great events. So good job. I want to thank Glenn and Kathy Sutherland again for the invitation to go up. We were kind of thinking about skipping this year because of the other commitments that we have, but I'm really glad that we were able to go. So thank you very much. And that's it for now. Over and out. Hi, we're doing something train related today. We're driving to Sacramento, where the Pacific Coast region of the NMRA is having their convention this week. And we volunteered to run the virtual component of that convention. So it's a hybrid convention. And we're the ones producing the hybrid part, the virtual part. So got a bunch of crap loaded in the back and volunteer work, yay! All right, so we've made it to Sacramento, and we're going to be signing off here for the podcast today. But I wanted to mention that we have seen the room that we're going to be set up in, and it looks like a great space. I got to run some speed tests on the internet, and it should work just fine. So we're looking forward to a great virtual convention here. So we're doing something today. Set up here at the PCR convention and got everything ready to go. Getting ready for a lot of great clinics. So it'll be a lot of fun. Check in with you later. All right, so this is the next day and we're ready to go again. Things won't start here for another 45 minutes or an hour or something like that. I don't even remember. I'm so tired. But it was a good day yesterday in here. A lot of cool presentations. And I could see why people wanted to come to the convention, because unless you signed up for the virtual one or the in-person one, you're missing all of it. And there's a lot of cool stuff going on. Saw a ton of people that we know, which is the other thing about coming to these things. So anyway, we're ready for day 2 and looking forward to seeing what we see today. Okay, this is day 3. I was too tired last night to do a little wrap up. These are long days. I mean, we get up at 6:45 and we're not done taking down the stuff that we're using in the room until, I don't know, pretty close to 10. So it's like, wake up, come down, set up, basically working all day, then go to sleep. Luckily, this third day is going to be the short day. We have to go only till the late afternoon today. But boy, there's been some great clinics, lots of friends and camaraderie, new friends. It's really, really great. And I totally understand what people are doing at conventions. If you ever have a chance to go to one, you should definitely do it. So we have a little break in between clinics in the room that I'm working in. And I walked into the contest room. And you can see behind me, there's a bunch of people on their knees looking at these models. And what that is it's a group of model contest judges, and they're doing the contest judging. And it's kind of cool. They also do photography judging as well, which is just over here over my left shoulder. There's photographs along that little table there, and those have already been judged. But I just thought it was interesting and something that you might want to see here as part of this convention coverage, just because it's something that happens and a lot of people look forward to the contest.
On any given morning, you might decide to reach you with the blue screen of death 15 minutes before your cruise.
Okay, so this is the last thing of the convention. There's a breakfast that happens. One last chance to get to talk with friends and all that stuff. It was a good convention. Everybody seemed to have a lot of fun, enjoyed themselves. And if you haven't been to one of your regional conventions, or a national for that matter, it's worth looking into. If you're not a member of the NMRA and you want to go, you can go. The NMRA has something where they just open the doors for anybody who wants to go. And I think you're allowed to go to 3 events or something like that. And then they're like, no, we want you to be a member now. So try it. And if you don't like it, just don't go. But it's definitely worth checking out. Over and out. Last month, a viewer made some negative comments about one of our layout tour videos. Something to the effect that he doesn't care about the people, so the person presenting the layout should shut up and stick to just the train-related stuff. The layout tour videos on this channel are made by encouraging the people who built what we're showing on the screen, encouraging them to talk about their inspiration, their motivation, and their passion for what they've created. Generally speaking, I don't tell anyone what to say during these shoots. I sometimes offer suggestions based on what I think viewers might like to hear about, but that's really it. What you see and hear is the person or people who built the layout telling the story that they want told. So, as you might guess, I took exception to the idiotic criticism and ended up blocking the person from posting any more of his negativity to the channel going forward. I don't have a lot of rules for posting comments to the channel, but there are some. If you want to know, the exact wording I've posted in the About section of the channel goes like this: spam, negative posts, and unsolicited promotion is deleted. That means criticizing people who have been nice enough to share whatever they're passionate about on the channel here isn't tolerated. It's not really a big problem, but I thought I should bring it to your attention. The jerk I had the exchange with seemed to think he was entitled to spew his unwanted and unwarranted criticism, but he found out otherwise. I like to keep the channel as positive as possible, and that's for everyone's benefit. If it didn't matter to me, I would have simply left it alone. But I want you to come back and enjoy the channel without being concerned about finding depressing crap in the comments. So, hey, the weather is getting better out there, and a lot of tourist railroads are getting their operations ramped up. That means you can check out your local railroads and go do something fun. One great event coming up at the end of the month is the Best of the West Antique Equipment Show at Santa Margarita Ranch in the Central Coast region of California. This annual event features all kinds of vintage farm equipment like steam tractors, as well as steam train rides on the Pacific Coast Railroad. Check out thebestofthewestshow.com to find out more about that. You can also watch the video I made about the Pacific Coast Railroad here on the channel to find out more about that. Check out the link in the description, or the one that just appeared in the top right corner of your screen if you're watching on a computer. On a related note, the Tuolumne Historical Railroad Association is putting on their first ever fundraising train excursion at Railtown 1897 on June 3rd. You can find out more about this by visiting tuolumnerailroad.org. Go to the Events tab and click on Railroad Excursions. And now for the catches of the month. This first catch is of Alco RSD5 at the Utah State Railroad Museum in Ogden, Utah. It comes from Alvin Gilbert. Alvin says the word on the street is it's going to be painted into the Utah Railway scheme. That was the railroad it was originally built for in 1955. This photo was taken on April 15th of 2023. Andrew Johnson from the United Kingdom sends in 2 video clips. The first one is the 1210. This is the Sir Berkeley by Manning Wardle. He built the locomotive in 1890. This second clip is of Brooks 1. It was built by the Hunslet Engine Company in 1941. You can find more videos like this on Andrew's YouTube channel. Just search for Andrew Johnson. Next up is this gorgeous sunset shot over CSX's DeWitt Yard in East Syracuse, New York. This was taken by Joey Butzik, who was out rail fanning with his 6-year-old daughter. He shot this on a Samsung Galaxy 20 phone. Robert Darby took an extended trip to Winter Rail, including a jaunt into Washington State to see the Pend Oriole Valley Railroad. One of their shop projects, Milwaukee Road 5057, is a U25B. It's sitting in line here waiting for a cosmetic rebuild and interior electrical upgrade. When it's all done, the locomotive will be on display inside a building that hasn't been built yet on the site of the Cle Elum Old Milwaukee Station. This is part of the Washington State Park system. The next sketches come from Lucas Woodward from Australia. Lucas has been busy training at Puffing Billy as a garden signalman and soon to be a fireman. The first photo is on the evening of February 24th, 2023, as NGG 16-129 hauls the Puffing Billy Railway Volunteer Recognition Train. This next photo is from Sunday, March 12th, as the 129 is seen at the TR point at Belgrave, ready to couple onto its train for a run to Gembrook. Lucas's final shot will start off our monthly model catch segment. This is Lucas's first ever scratch-built locomotive. It's a 1:24 scale Tazrail DQ class locomotive. It was 3D printed at his high school last year, and it's fitted with 6 individual traction motors, 1 per axle. It runs on a lithium battery with radio control. How cool is that? And finally, we have a couple of model shots of the new scratch-built bridge over the Upper Fern Creek at the Fern Creek in Western. These were submitted by Trevor Park. If you have train or monthly model catches you'd like to share, please email them to podcast@tsgmultimedia.com. Be sure you own the content and let me know the what's, whens, and wheres of the shots you send in. And if you're sending in a model catch, let us know what it is and what you're doing with it. Everybody likes a good story. I want to acknowledge Warren Johnson for continuing to share his amazing photo collection on the TSG Facebook page. Also, a quick shout out to Goofy Gary for posting his photo collection to Facebook publicly so I can share his historic photos with everyone who follows TSG on Facebook. Also, a quick note of thanks to Jennifer Howell for starting a Fans of Talking Trains page on Facebook. I've wanted to start something like that for a while now, but simply haven't had the time. So thanks, Jen. And to everyone watching or listening, if you're on Facebook, please join the group by clicking on the link that's in this video's description. May is another big month for us as we're going to Colorado for the YouTube meet and greet. If you don't already know about this, you're welcome to click on the link in the description of this video to find out what I'm talking about. Needless to say, it should be a great time had by a lot of folks who will make new friends in the process. All right, that's all I have for you this month. I want to take a moment to acknowledge all of our excellent Patreon supporters. You see them in the credits every month, and I thought it would be appropriate to thank all of you for your generous support and friendship. It makes what we do on this channel possible, and it also makes life better knowing all of you care about what we're doing here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.